What's up, everybody? It's Julian. Today, I'm going to be talking to you about why FL Studio is actually trash for making hip-hop beats and really everything, right? But I just want to clear up a lot of stuff because I think there's a lot of people out there that think it's magical and it does all these things and it sounds so good, and I'm going to tell you today why that might not be true. Before this video gets started, make sure to like this video as well as subscribe if you haven't already. Check out my other videos as well in the recommended, and check out my sample packs and templates at the link at the top of the description as well. I've created some great stuff for you guys to make the best tracks of your life. Thanks for the support, and let's dive in. Alright, so the first reason why FL Studio is trash for making beats is the mixer. I don't know what they were thinking when they came up with that thing. I don't know why they thought it was a good idea that, oh yeah, every single track you make, you have to also then route that to the mixer. And even with the keyboard shortcut, it's still a hassle. It's still annoying. You still end up with not enough plugin inserts on each track. So then you end up having to like link them to the other track. It's just ridiculous. I don't know why they haven't thought of any kind of solution to this yet, right? But I guess when they first made it, you know, they weren't thinking that deep about like, is this gonna be a big hassle later trying to do complicated things, you know? They were just trying to make something simple that you could do some loops in and you could play around with. I think the interface, as far as the mixer and all that goes, is terrible. And not only that, but if you're a beginner, it's adding a lot of complication that you really don't need to worry about. And this is why we like Ableton, right? Because you just have the effects on the track. Super simple. So that's the first thing, is going to be the mixer. And while we're on that topic, the next thing is going to be the interface. Now, a lot of people like the step sequencer and the piano roll in FL. Yes, they are cool, but it's still like kind of a hassle to get around this thing. And then when you want to go use the playlist and try to put your loops together in a playlist, then that becomes a whole hassle. And if you want to do any automation, good luck with that, right? Because you get those annoying automation clips, and it's just like, just too many workarounds, I feel like. Like, it's all these workarounds for the fact that it's a very basic, simple interface that doesn't have what you need to make high quality music. And I'm not saying you can't make high quality music in it either. I think that's the other misconception here, right? Like, it might be easy for you to hear me say this and just, it's like, well, dude, I made something great in there. I'm not saying you can't. I'm not saying it hasn't been done. I'm just saying if you want to give yourself the best chance of making something great without all the confusion, you're probably going to want to look elsewhere other than FL. So we've talked about the interface. We've talked about the mixer. Another thing that I don't like about FL, and this really goes back to the beginners thing, is like, by default, putting that fruity limiter on the master. I know you can turn this off, but people don't realize this for years. And what happens is people, you know, they get to making beats in there and they think they have something so great. And then they're like, oh, that was on there the whole time, right? I don't know why you would do that. Put that on the master by default in a program that a lot of beginners are going to use, but they did. And as a result, there's a lot of weird sounding stuff out there. So that's another thing about FL. The other thing with FL is that the stock plugins honestly aren't that great. You know, the reverb and delay are cool, whatever, but you know, it's not like Ableton where like you could open up Ableton Operator and make world-class FM sounds right now that will fit in any track. You can open up Wavetable and you can make really, really high quality sounds with that will fit into any track. But then, I mean, good luck trying to do that with Toxic Biohazard, you know, or good luck trying to do that with like Citrus. I mean, Citrus has some cool sounds built in, but what a nightmare trying to patch that thing. I know there's been people who have done a lot with it, like Seamless, and shout out to you if you're watching this. I watched you a lot back in the day, but you know, it still was like watching those Seamless videos where he's doing that. Like, it was so confusing. And then there's the patcher and all this and that. I'm just like, it's just unnecessarily complicated. I think the gist of all this that I'm trying to get at here is like, why would you give yourself unnecessary complications when you could really just not do that? You know, you could just open up Ableton or open up Logic or Pro Tools or something that really does have the whole scope of everything you need set up, and it's not workarounds, it's not all these things, it's just meant to be a really, really high quality suite of sounds and plugins to make your tracks with. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this one, guys. I just want to get this off my chest, and maybe some of you guys feel the same as me. Let me know in the comments, and make sure to like this video as well as subscribe. Let me know in the comments if you disagree as well. I'd love to get a discussion started here. Thanks for the support, everybody. Make sure to check out my sample packs and templates at the top of the description on my website for the best sounds in electronic music. I really appreciate the support, everybody, and I'll see you tomorrow with another video.